being hijacked. People are standing across the street. The biggest farce in the world. An ongoing farce over 60 years. People waving the Star of David, putting on this cloak of piety, supposedly representing a religion. And what are they doing? Day and night. Day and night you find them desecrating every single law from big to small of Judaism. That's what it's all about. But let's face facts. Are they Jewish? Let's face facts. Are they doing the bidding of God, or are they rebelling against God? So let's look at history. What does it mean to be a Jew? A Jew is subservience to God. And what does it mean to be a Zionist? To have a national home with an Olympic team, an army, and to rebel against God. And then wave the Star of David and you fought off God. With the help of the Almighty, we've come here, Jews who represent Judaism, Jews who are true to the Torah. We have come here to tell the world, don't be conned by these shysters, don't be conned by these gangsters. They do not represent God or Judaism. They represent exactly what they are. People who commit atrocities, people who flaunt their Judaism supposedly, and what are they? People who are sinners, rebels, heretics. They refute the existence of God and claim that God cannot protect us. And they have the audacity, the nerve to say that they represent the Jewish religion. They have the chutzpah and the nerve to claim that they are the sole representatives of Judaism and the Jewish people around the world. Yes, they represent the people that are leaving the folds of Judaism, that are looking for a way out. Instead of having to be humble in front of God, instead of having to be subservient and obeying the Torah, they'll give a couple of dollars to UJA and they think they bought off God. You don't buy off God. You have to listen to God's commandments. God forbids the Jewish people of having a state, and that is why for this 2,000 years Jews never attempted to make a state. That is why for 2,000 years Jews had one thing and one thing only, and that is the Torah. No, we didn't have this national home, but what we did have is a God who we were subservient to. What do Zionists have? They throw away their yarmulkes and they eat sandwiches with ham, and they say they bought off God. Well, we're not selling God to you. You don't have God to protect you. You think you'll go to the United States and buy yourself protection? It doesn't work that way. You can't fight God, and you cannot attempt in any manner to somehow alleviate yourself from the responsibilities of Sinai. Sinai, we Jews accepted to be subservient to God and accept His 613 commandments. We accepted the decree of exile when we were sent into exile 2,000 years ago. We are forbidden to oppress a people. We are forbidden to steal homes and banish people from their homes. You can't steal. You can't kill. It won't help you by waving the Star of David. You'll still be responsible to God for the crimes that you've committed. We Jews around the world, true to God, say you are criminals. You do not represent the Torah. The Torah forbids us to steal, to oppress a people. We are forbidden to have 1 inch of sovereignty. And Jews loyal to the Torah will never accept the state of Israel. We will never accept Zionism. What we will accept is to continue to be subservient and humbled before God and follow the Torah. And we pray every day for the speedy and total dismantlement of the Zionist state of Israel. Zionism is the antithesis of what it means to be a Jew. Zionism is the contradiction to what it means to be a Jew. For over 60 years, the Palestinian people, and well over 60 years, for 100 years, the Palestinian people have been driven from their homes. And we have enough Jews, true to God, who have been living in Palestine and are witness to this. They are frustrated. They are humiliated because this is being done in their name. They come to the United States and plead with us to come out here and tell the leaders of our country that this is not Judaism and this does not represent the Jews of Palestine. We, on the contrary, we know who our friends are. We know that the Palestinian people have been our friends and neighbors, as in other Muslim countries. We've enjoyed the friendship and harmonic coexistence in every Muslim land. And comes the Zionists and claims that the Muslims have an ingrained hate to us. What a despicable claim. How abhorrent. Now they're claiming that Iran is the enemy of the Jews. And Iran and the leadership has one question about that. They want to know, they have Jewish communities living amongst them. Have they done them any harm? These Jewish communities, are they praying every day and studying their Torah? Don't they have a representative in their parliament? And the answer is, of course, yes. Not one word will you hear from the leadership in Iran against the Jewish people. On the contrary, they're constantly talking and expressing their love, their respect for the Jewish people. Jewish delegates, rabbis have been going to Iran and meeting with the leadership for many, many years now. We have eyewitnesses, and I amongst them, how the presidents and the former presidents and the Ayatollah, all, whether it is Ayatollah Khomeini or today's Ayatollah Khamenei, the supreme leader, or the presidents, whether it is Khatami or today President Ahmadinejad, they, all of them have expressed their respect for the Jewish people and for the Jewish religion. They have all expressed their will for the Jewish people to continue to exist amongst them. Now let's look at what Zionism has done. Zionism has created an endless river of bloodshed of both Palestinian and Jewish people. This is a fact on the ground. You can go to cemeteries and see thousands and thousands of graves that are purely created by the thing called the State of Israel. Nobody can refute the fact that Zionism has caused endless rivers of bloodshed and thousands and untold thousands of people to die. Why? For a political goal.
You are a Hillel Hashem.
For a political goal to have a selfish, flawed political goal to have a land.
Hillel Hashem.
But we plead with you to look at the true Jewish communities in Palestine. Listen to what they have to say. Go to Iran and listen to what the Jewish people have to say. We are thankful, we are grateful to the Palestinian people, to the people of Iran, to the people of other Muslim countries for providing for us a safe haven throughout history. Whether it was at the time of the Inquisition, or whether it was at the time of the Crusades, or by the Second World War, Jews have found a home and a safe haven amongst Muslim people and amongst Arabs. Now Zionism has come, and instead of doing what a Jew is required to do, to show his gratefulness and thankfulness for good done to them, what have they done? Created their selfish state and claim that the Muslims and the Arabs hate the Jews. And with that excuse, they drive them from their homes. And with that excuse, they claim legitimacy amongst the West and claim that the Arabs and Muslims have no place in the Holy Land. How despicable, what a rebellion against God. Is that what it means to be a Jew? Is that what it was told when God said to us that we should be a nation of priests and a holy nation? Is that what it means to be a holy nation, to drive people from their homes? When God says to us that we're to emulate God, just as God is compassionate we are humiliated by these people who have hijacked our identity. But there is one thing that we do, and that is every day we pray fervently for the speedy and total, and God help, peaceful dismantlement entirely of this abomination, of this impediment to peace called the State of Israel. And there is a great God, and we hope He'll bring this about speedily. Besides which, we get up and we stand and protest day in and day out in occupied Palestine, in Quds, in Jerusalem, and around the world. We demonstrate against this abomination called the State of Israel. We want the world to know what is true Judaism. We want the world to know what it means to be a Jew, and that the Zionists are hypocrites, the Zionists are liars. They've stolen our name and they've stolen our identity. But we will never give it up. We will stand there until, with God's help, the total dismantlement of the state. We will stand and let the world know the truth. That they've stolen something that is not theirs, that they have no right to take the homes away from the Palestinian people. They have no right to take the rulership of the land, of the Holy Land, away from the Muslims and the Christians.
Thank you.
We will speak up with God's help because we are Jews true to our Judaism, because we are Jews true to God, and we will never sell our identity for this cheap rogue state called the State of Israel. Zionism is the transformation of religion to nationalism. Zionism is the exclusion of God. Zionism expels God. Zionism tries to uproot from the hearts of Jewish people their connection to God. We will speak up and we will cry out and we will plead with the world not to become fooled by this Zionist entity. We plead with the Jewish people, don't be ensnared in this evil, in this Satan, in this entity called the State of Israel, in the Zionist ideology that was created by Jews who were estranged from God and who detested the religion. We will speak up, and with God's help, we will be successful. We pray to God this should happen speedily and peacefully. The total dismantlement of the State of Israel. The total end of the despicable ideology called Zionism soon in our days. We pray that the Palestinian people should once again have returned to them their respect, the right over the land of Palestine. And ultimately we pray for the day when all humanity will recognize the one God and serve Him together in harmony, which is the great day that is the prayers and the hope that we've had for 2,000 years, that the realization of the glory of God. This should happen soon in our days.